Hi everybody and welcome back to Redline. And today I'm a very lucky boy because I get to drive this Porsche 911 GT3. This is a first gen 996 GT3, the first ever one they made. So yeah, very special bit of kit. And this car has kindly been lent to us by the Car Crowd. They're a car investment company. They offer fractional shares in cars that they think are going to go up in value over the next few years. And yeah, it's quite the thing. So let's get out on the road and give it a drive and see what it's like. So here we go, 996.1 GT3. What have we got? Well, the first impressions are, this is quite a, certainly by modern standards, it's quite a raw car to drive. So, quite a bit of road noise, quite a bit of engine noise. The steering wheel sort of writhes around in your hand quite a lot. And it's just more visceral experience compared to what we're used to in this day and age. But let me tell you, this is a lot of fun. So firstly, let's talk a little bit about this steering. It's a hydraulic steering system and there's so much feel and feedback through the wheel. You can really place the car nicely on the road. The front end is super agile and the ride quality, the body composure, it just all comes together. It's all really cohesive. So the low speed ride quality, when you find a really rough piece of road, trust me, it's a bit on the firm side, but when you find some bigger bumps and undulations, it just breathes over the bigger stuff. It's really well sorted. First of all, it's got plenty of grip. Even though it's like 2 or 3 degrees today, it's not really the best conditions for driving a high performance vehicle. And just listen to this motor. That is a naturally aspirated 3.6 litre flat 6 Mezger engine. And it has real motorsport pedigree. This is a really special engine. So this engine effectively started out life in the Porsche 911 GT1 race car, and it made its way into Porsche's first ever track-going road car, the GT3. It's a real special motor. It sounds amazing. The Redline, what have we got here? About 7,500 RPM. And I mean, it's typical Porsche, isn't it? Just amazing throttle response, and the way that the speed builds progressively all the way to the rev limiter. Yeah, it's a cracking motor, this is. And there's plenty of straight line performance as well. So the engine puts out 360 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, and a top speed of 190 miles an hour. Back in 1999, when this car came out, this thing was really, really fast. And I know it's not quite up to today's standards. I mean, you've now got 500 horsepower GT3s, right? But trust me, it still gets on. This is a really, really quick car. And of course, all that performance is fed to the rear wheels via this lovely 6-speed manual gearbox. And you know what? It still feels really tight. Lovely short throw. Nice click as it goes through the gate. It's really tactile, this gearbox. See if we can give it a nice little rev match. On the down change. Just chuck it into this roundabout. Front end goes really where you want it to. Really great steering. Got a really lovely sense of where the front wheels are, what the road surface is telling me. Hydraulic steering in this car, this is long before Porsche done e-Pass. And even though I've said time and time again, Porsche does the best e-Pass system in the business, I'm sorry, but there's no replacement for good quality hydraulic steering. The thing is telepathic. Front end goes where you want it to. Very little roll from the chassis. You can tell this is just shot through with motorsport engineering. It's such an exciting car. And the funny thing was, last year I drove the current GT3, the 992, and that's a fantastic car. And it's got all the modern refinement that you expect from a Porsche. Of course, it's got that crazy 9,000 RPM rev limiter, manual gearbox just like this. But I don't know, I think I might be having more fun in this. It's smaller, it's more compact, you can throw it around a little bit more. It takes up less space on the road, which makes it even easier to place. Yeah, this is a huge amount of fun. Oh yeah, I like this. Yeah, this is a proper thing. What a great car for the money. So you can pick these up for sort of 85, 90, maybe a little bit more than that. This particular example's done 36,500 miles. So yeah, considering it's a GT3, it's a Porsche Motorsport product, and it's a 911, I think that's a really good price. Now, none of this is financial advice, obviously, and I'm not trying to sell anybody anything, but just, if I had the money and I was thinking about buying a 911 right now, I'd be thinking to myself, maybe I should pick one of these up while I still can, because obviously we don't know which way these things are going to go. But I have a strong suspicion that this might be where the money's at the moment. Get yourself one of these, have a bit of fun in it, sit on it for a little bit. I reckon you could make some easy money out of this. Again, none of this is financial advice. And again, that's not the way that I really view these cars. You know, I would buy a car to enjoy it, and if it loses me money, then it is what it is, right? But if you're that way inclined, you might want to grab one of these while you can. That aside though, just what an absolute hoot to drive. It's, what, 23, 24 years old, this car, and it's a huge amount of fun. So there you go. Anyway, that's it from us. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like, and obviously subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.